A 51-year-old man died in a fire at his house in Claremont St. Anne on Tuesday morning. He is Norman Hay, a truck driver from Beechamville, Claremont. It's reported that about 8 a.m., residents observed the three-bedroom dwelling engulfed in flames and called the police. 2 units from the St. Anne's Bay and Ocherous fire stations responded. Mr. Hayes' remains were found on the veranda near a locked grill. It's suspected that the fire started at the back of the house. The cause of the blaze is still under investigation.
Yes, daddy from the veranda. Your father is on. Jesus,
No worry, man.
Mana ba niya no?
In other news,
Your father is on.
U.S. hospital pulls plug on Jamaican patient. Amber, a 23-year-old Jamaican student in the United States, pursuing a degree in business management and accounting at Monroe College, passed away last Friday. She had suffered a minor stroke in February, leading to the discovery of an arteriovenous malformation in her brain. In July, she underwent surgery to block abnormal blood vessels, but complications arose, and she was declared brain dead on August 9th. Despite her family's efforts to transfer her for further care, she died. Her family believes inadequate hospital care, including malnourishment, contributed to her death. Amber's father and sister are devastated. In other news, a Jamaican man was fatally shot outside his home. A Jamaican man was shot Monday morning outside the Bronx, New York home he rented. According to New York Daily News, police have identified the deceased as 46-year-old Denver Bernard. He reportedly migrated to New York from Jamaica recently. His landlady, who did not provide the international news outlet with a name, described Bernard as a good person who rented from her about a year ago and was in the United States working construction to provide for his family. Neighbors reportedly told police that they heard a barrage of explosions before seeing Bernard's body laying on the ground in a pool of blood. New York Daily News said police confirmed that Bernard was heading to work when he was shot. They added that Bernard had no arrest record. A motive for the killing has not yet been identified. One person was killed and 2 others shot and wounded at Green Street in Knockpatrick, Manchester, adding to the string of murders in the parish over the last week. Police say 46-year-old Kevin Brown, otherwise called Trees or Indian, a carpenter of Green Street, was killed while at a bar in the community. It's reported that about 10 o'clock, Mr. Brown was amongst patrons when 3 masked men approached and opened fire. Mr. Brown and 2 others were hit. They were taken to hospital where Mr. Brown was pronounced dead and the wounded was treated and released. Between last Tuesday and Monday, 5 people have been gunned down in Manchester. 6 workers associated with the Burger King restaurant in New Kingston were taken to hospital this morning following an explosion at the fast food outlet. One woman who works at the Jamaica Football Federation which is in close proximity to the restaurant, recounts hearing a loud bang, which several of her colleagues initially thought was a motor vehicle crash. She said she and her colleagues are concerned about the well-being of those being reportedly injured. Here is a clip of what she stated.
What happened? We heard this explosion, but we thought it was an accident. But when we looked outside, we saw a lot of people at Burger King, and people are passing and saying that there was an explosion. And right now, as we speak, the fire truck is there, the police is there too, and they are doing their investigation. We heard that workers were injured and they were taken to the hospital. 2 by the police and then the ambulance, they said, followed after.
Yeah, I can confirm that there was an explosion at the Burger King on Knoxford Boulevard. We currently have a team there on location, and based on the information I'm getting, that extensive damage would have been done to the structure of the building. We're not sure yet as to exactly what the cause is. There's some preliminary information that we are working with, but I don't want to speak to that now until I can get further details from the team on the ground there. But what we do know is that the damage to the structure was extensive. 6 persons, I'm told, were injured and transported to the hospital by the police before we arrive on the location.
Thank you all so much for tuning in. Please remember to subscribe, like, and share the video. Comment your thoughts below on today's news.